There's a good argument that there are now only a few accomplishments left for Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons that would make a complete career. Pretty amazing considering he's only headed into his 5th season. Without those accomplishments, though, there's going to probably always be an asterisk next to Parsons' name, no matter how long he plays. One of those is something everyone who plays in the NFL is chasing, which is a Super Bowl win. Another of those is pretty unique to a player like Parsons, and if he goes his entire career without winning NFL Defensive Player of the Year, you might even venture to say things didn't go quite according to plan. You might even venture to say it's kind of a surprise he hasn't won the award already, and if he had, he might not be engaged in the nasty contract negotiations he's currently in with the Cowboys and owner Jerry Jones. Bleacher Report's Brent Sableski thinks Parsons is one of just a handful of NFL players who could unseat Denver Broncos cornerback Patrick Surtain II, the reigning NFL Defensive POI. Micah Parsons is already among the league's best defenders, Sableski wrote on July 2nd. He hasn't won his first Defensive Player of the Year award, though he's been deserving. In truth, the 2021 12th overall draft pick has been exceptional from the moment he became a professional. Through 4 seasons, Parsons has amassed 52.5 sacks, with no fewer than 12 during any single campaign. He also has 63 tackles for loss and 112 quarterback hits. Oddsmakers have Parsons as DPOY favorite. Have Parsons as one of a trio of favorites, all edge rushers, to win NFL Defensive POI alongside Detroit's Aiden Hutchinson and Cleveland's Myles Garrett, who won the award in 2022. Parsons has finished as NFL Defensive POI runner-up twice, in 2021 and 2022, and finished 3rd in 2023. In 2024, Parsons missed a career-high 4 games as the Cowboys stumbled to a 7-10 finish, had a career low in sacks, 12.0, and finished outside the top 3 in NFL Defensive POI voting for the first time. In the storied history of the Cowboys, only one player has won NFL Defensive POI, defensive end Harvey Martin in 1977. Negotiations between Parsons, Cowboys getting ugly. While Parsons has been a willing participant in Cowboys off-season workouts, there have been some contentious moments in his pursuit of what should be a record-setting contract for a defensive player. It's a deal that could exceed the 4-year, $160 million contract signed by Garrett on March 9th. From the Dallas Morning News, Jones and David Mulugheta, the man who represents Parsons, have not met. Even though Mulugheta is regarded as one of the league's more respected power brokers, Jones ruffled some feathers at the NFL's annual meetings when he made a point, more than once, of saying he doesn't even know the name of Parsons' agent. Parsons has already played out the 4-year, $17 million rookie contract he signed in 2021 and is scheduled to make $24 million in 2025 on the 5th-year option exercised by the Cowboys in April 2024. After hiring a completely new coaching staff, the Cowboys front office worked numerous free agency deals and 4 trades to tighten up gaps in the roster following a disappointing 7-10 season. One of those trades was to acquire cornerback Kaiir Elam, who the Buffalo Bills gave up in exchange for low-value draft picks. Elam joins a new team for the first time in his career, but the Cowboys, in a way, already feel like home. Kaiir's father Abram Elam earned a roster spot with the Cowboys in 2006 after going undrafted. He didn't get much action as a rookie and bounced around the league for a few seasons before returning to Dallas in 2011. Abram, a safety, started all 16 games in the secondary that season as Kaiir, 10 years old at the time, watched his dad make an impact for America's team with 68 tackles. Kind of just a surreal moment, Kaiir said once he heard he was joining his father's old team. A full circle moment. And that circle now figures to put the younger Elam in the starting lineup here, per 2 of the most veteran Cowboys beat writers. ESPN recently went team by team to pinpoint the biggest off-season workout surprise. For the Cowboys, that guy is Elam, wrote Todd Archer. He flashed on numerous occasions in the OTAs and minicamp. He had multiple interceptions and dropped 2 more. He also showed the ability to run with receivers. Maybe things change when the pads come on in training camp, but given the uncertainty the Cowboys have at cornerback with Trayvon Diggs and 3rd-round pick Siobhan Revel Jr. working back from knee surgeries, they need Elam to be a factor. Our Mike Fisher goes a step beyond that, writing, while Kier struggled finding a solid role with Buffalo after being a first-round pick who didn't expectations as a young player, that pedigree is undeniable. And so was his work in minicamp. I think they brought him here to be a starter. And so far, he's lived up to that. Elam clearly thinks he got a raw deal in Buffalo, claiming, "I was always put in the back seat. I don't need a red carpet or anything like that. I just want to be able to earn it with a fair opportunity. I'm confident because I'm coming into a staff that truly, really believes in me," he said. "I don't think they would have made the move if they didn't want to see the best for me." Earlier this spring, stories linked Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Rashod Bateman with a Dallas Cowboys team that was looking for a number 2 option at the position. Bateman ultimately stayed put and eventually inked a 3-year, $36.75 million contract extension ahead of the Ravens' summer break. He recently gave Ravens general manager Eric DeCosta a shout-out for a deal Bateman always hoped to sign during the offseason. "That's the first thing I told him. I don't want to go anywhere else. I know you've got a lot of stuff to work through, and we'll figure it out when we figure it out," Bateman said about conversations he had with DeCosta, as shared by Jeff Zrebiec of The Athletic. "It took time, but it takes time with a lot of people's contracts. He had a lot of contracts to get done, and maybe more to get done in the future. To be a priority for him in that way is important. He shows he values me." As noted by Kevin Patra of the NFL's website, the Ravens first showed they valued Bateman when they signed him to a 2-year, $12.87 million extension in April 2024. Per ESPN stats, Bateman then finished this past regular season second on the team with 9 touchdown catches. He was also third among Ravens players with 45 receptions and second with 756 receiving yards. "It's an honor, honestly, and it's a blessing," Bateman said about signing a 3rd contract with a club that selected him in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. "I'm blessed to be here with this team. I truly didn't want to go anywhere else, and it shows that the team believes in me, and we have the same love and respect for one another. I just feel like there's a lot of unfinished business here. I want to keep making my mark here and keep investing in this team like they've invested in me." Zrebiec mentioned that Bateman was ready to embrace the idea of a trade if the Ravens weren't willing to give the 25-year-old a pay raise. In the end, Dallas sent a 2026 third-round draft pick and a 2027 fifth-round choice to the Pittsburgh Steelers for George Pickens and a 2027 sixth-rounder. Pickens is in the final year of his rookie contract, and there's no indication he'll receive an extension to his liking before the upcoming season gets underway. "I went through a lot of things with the Cowboys and all of that with my contract," Bateman acknowledged. "There was a time when I didn't know what was going to happen. The Cowboys talks were a thing for sure. It was a possibility. I don't want to deny that. But, DeCosta, he's always making magic work, and he made it work. And I'm thankful for that." Bateman could prove to be worth every penny and more to the Ravens if he helps them make the first Super Bowl appearance of the club's Lamar Jackson era. As of Wednesday afternoon, DraftKings Sportsbook had the Ravens and Buffalo Bills tied as the betting favorites at plus 350 odds to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 60.